You stopped eating out every day and looked at the financial impact after 10 years. Let me ask you something. What if the one habit you never thought twice about, the one you do almost every single day, is quietly stealing your future? Not a scam, not a bad investment, not some financial crisis, just lunch, dinner out with friends, that morning coffee run, the delivery app you open before you even get out of bed. Sounds harmless, right? But I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes because the numbers I am about to show you are going to hit different. This is not about being cheap. This is not about punishing yourself. This is about what 10 years of one small decision can actually do to your life. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never look at a restaurant receipt the same way again. Let us start with what is actually happening in America right now. The average American spends roughly $15 to $20 per meal when eating out. That includes fast food, sit-down restaurants, and delivery apps. Now think about your own life for a second. How many times do you eat out in a week? Once, twice, every single day? Because here's what the data shows. The average American eats out approximately 5 times per week. That's not every day, but it's close. And when you do the math, 5 meals, $15 to $20 each, you're looking at roughly $75 to $100 per week. Per week. That's between $300 and $400 every single month, just on food you could have made at home for a fraction of the cost. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think, does that number surprise you, or does it feel familiar? Because a lot of people have no idea how much they're spending on food until they actually sit down and look at it. And when they do, it changes everything. Okay, let's get into the real numbers. Say you eat out every single day, 1 meal a day averaging $15. That's $15 a day. Times 30 days, that's $450 a month. Times 12 months, that's $5,400 a year. $5,400. Now let me ask you this. What could you do with an extra $5,000 every year? Pay off debt? Build an emergency fund? Start investing? Because here's where it gets really interesting. What if instead of spending that money on eating out, you invested it? If you took just $300 a month, not even the full amount, and put it into a basic index fund with an average return of 8% per year, after 10 years, you would have over $54,000. $54,000 from skipping restaurant meals, from making food at home. Now, I need you to sit with that number for a second. Because that is not a fantasy. That is not some get-rich-quick scheme. That is the quiet power of compound interest working for you instead of against you. But here is the thing, and I think this is the part most finance videos skip over. We do not eat out just because we are hungry. We eat out because we are tired, because we had a long day, because it feels like a reward, because ordering food feels like the one thing we can control when everything else feels out of control. I get it. I really do. There is something deeply comforting about not having to cook, about someone handing you exactly what you wanted without any effort on your part. And that comfort, that convenience, has a price. Not just in dollars, but in years of your life that you are trading away in small, invisible pieces. Think about someone you know, maybe it's even you, who always says they want to travel more, buy a house, retire early, feel financially free, and then every day they spend $15, $20, $30 on food without a second thought. It's not a judgment, it's just math. And the math does not care about your feelings. The math just keeps running. Month after month, year after year. So the question is, who is that math working for? Is it working for you or for the restaurant industry? Let me paint you a picture. Meet 2 people. Same age, same income, same starting point. Person A eats out almost every day. They spend around $400 a month on food from restaurants and delivery apps. Person B made one decision 10 years ago to cut that down. They cook at home most days. They still go out occasionally. Birthdays, date nights, special moments, but it's intentional, not automatic. Person B takes the money they save, about $250 a month, and puts it into an investment account. Fast forward 10 years. Person A has enjoyed 10 years of convenience, 10 years of not having to plan or cook, 10 years of good meals and easy mornings. Person B has an extra $43,000 sitting in their account. $43,000. And here's the wild part. Person B did not feel deprived. They ate good food. They enjoyed their life. They just made it a choice instead of a default. Which person do you want to be 10 years from now? And more importantly, which person are you being right now? Now I know what some of you are thinking. Okay, but I can't just stop eating out. I have a busy life. I have kids. I work long hours. And you're right. Going from eating out every day to cooking every single meal overnight is not realistic for most people. But here is what is realistic. Cut it in half. Instead of eating out 5 times a week, try 3. Instead of ordering delivery every night, meal prep on Sunday for the week. Instead of a $15 lunch every day at work, bring something from home 3 days out of 5. These are not massive life changes. They are small, deliberate choices. And the beautiful thing about small choices is that they compound just like money does. 1 less meal out a week starts to feel normal. Then 2. Then before you know it, you've built a new habit without even trying.
And that habit silently starts building your future. I want to zoom out for a second because this is not really about food. This is about awareness. Most people will go their entire lives spending money on autopilot, never stopping to ask, is this decision moving me toward the life I want or away from it? The restaurant industry is built on convenience, on making it as easy as possible for you to spend money without thinking about it. The delivery apps are specifically designed, to reduce the friction between craving something and paying for it. They are not your enemy, but they are not your friend either. They are a business, and every time you open that app without thinking, you are making their business stronger and your future a little weaker. That is the honest truth. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So here is my challenge to you. This week, just this week, track every single dollar you spend on food outside your home. Every coffee, every lunch, every delivery order. Write it down, add it up, and then ask yourself, am I okay with where this is going over the next 10 years? Because the version of you 10 years from now is being built by the decisions you make today. Small, quiet, invisible decisions that either work for you or against you. If this hit different, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And drop in the comments, what is the one food habit you know you should change? I read every single one. See you in the next one.